I want to also tell that I didn't see the letter. I saw the letter online like every other person. But a particular letter, hold on, a particular letter which actually circulated online, circulating my purported suspension was forged by Sunday Onuoha. It was ever a letter.
Sunday Onuoha.
Yeah, it was forged by Sunday Onuoha. It's not really. Let me tell you the truth.
That's a strong allegation.
Can I talk?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Now that letter was forged by Sunday Onuoha. Now it's simple. As ADC chairman, I am the chief executive officer of the ADC in Abia State. That is one. Then the state working committee, according to the ADC constitution, has no power whatsoever to suspend the state chairman.
The state working committee.
The state working committee. I am still the chairman of the state working committee.
Yeah.
And there was never a time we had problem in the ADC prior to the time Sunday Onuoha picked up our ticket. So if there's any problem you are seeing today in Abia State, these are the problem created by Sunday Onuoha.
What ticket did he pick? What ticket did Sunday Onuoha pick?
You don't know that he's
I just want you to say it. He's
a Guba candidate. He's our ADC Guba candidate.
Is he still your Guba candidate?
That's the question. I'm not going to answer that question on radio right now because I have my own plans. My own plans is something I would want to preempt myself now. I will discuss it when the time comes. But you can take it to the bank. ADC is Obinna the Norman, and Obinna the Norman is ADC.
You sound like it's your personal property now.
If you don't allow me to say anything, you are cutting me short.
Go ahead, please.
Now, where I say that ADC is Obinna the Norman, Obinna the Norman is ADC, simple. There was no ADC prior to my emergence as ADC chairman. In fact, when I became the ADC chairman, I had to, move from local government to local government, ward from ward, and formed a formidable ADC that people saw as a party that could actually challenge for elected positions. And I want to also put it to you that even when we started the ADC, because I saw it as a child that needs to be nurtured to a certain level. So even the Guba position wasn't our plans that time. Our plan was to see what we can do, win some House of Assembly seats, probably House of Rep, and take it from there. But you saw how the party was growing. That was moving before Onuoha came into the party and destroyed the party. That is why ADC.
There's no. I'm not. I just need to interject so I get, because I want some clarity on what you're saying. You said the party has been destroyed, but then it seems like it's still in existence.
How do you define a party that's in existence? Let me ask you.
Because you said Obinna the Norman is ADC. ADC is Obinna the Norman.
You try to mix something up. I don't want to forget what I'm saying. So let me quickly go ahead and say what I want to say before I forget what I want to say. The truth of the matter is that I told you before. Every party, you have about 18 political parties. That is not what I don't mean a party that has become a deadwood. When I say that ADC has stopped to function, it simply means that ADC does not, have that massive, followership.
Okay.
The way people accepted us, that acceptance has really disappeared. And it's because of the man who stole the ADC Guba candidate. I want to say here that, it all started when everybody saw the ADC, how we started in the ADC. Now the question is this: which Guba candidate who is actually running for an election will come to a party that he didn't build and destroy the party? The letter you saw online, which was circulated, I go and read it sometime when he was still with the Vision Africa. That letter was manipulated by Sunday Onuoha. As at the time that letter was circulated that Obinna the Norman has been suspended as ADC chairman because of embezzlement, there was something like that, and of course we will go to court. Because when you put up my name in a letter and saying that Obinna the Norman was suspended as ADC chairman because of embezzlement of party fund, it is a deformation of character. And of course, whoever was behind that, you have to pay.
Do you have proof that it's Sunday Onuoha?
The secretary, our secretary Luchendom, has even come to apologize to me, and he told me everything that happened, how the letter came into effect, and what that letter was meant to achieve. So he came with his own, and I want to say it here to Abians now that Onuoha should not be taken seriously. He is not here to contest election. That is why you cannot see any of his posters anywhere. You cannot see any of his branded buses anywhere. You cannot see his billboards. He will go today and tell the press that he posted he has a 27 billboards in Abia State that was removed by Abia State government. And when he visits Abia State government, he will tell them that the opposition removed the 27 billboards. I want to ask you, is billboard the crayfish that you cannot see? The truth of the matter is that, as he's a politician, he's a businessman. He wants to trade with the ADC Guba candidate. And I want to use this opportunity to tell every aspirant, Gubaka aspirant in Abia State not to take him seriously. He's not going to step down for anybody. That is if he succeeds in becoming our Gubaka candidate, because the case is already in court. The court has closed the matter and we're waiting for ruling.
Okay, so
as the state chairman, I don't even know who his running mate is. I learned that is a woman, a PDP woman who contested as councillor in Oka West. Lost the election in Oka West as a councillor, and he came to be the PDP, the ADC running mate. It is unacceptable. A party is not run that way. Everything you see today happening in the ADC is as a result of the manipulation of Onuoha. And I want to tell how you came into the party. During the time you came in, because I'm going to call the Christian body to lay this thing to them. I'm here in Abia State. I'm not going to take it very seriously. Now, when he came, there was a meeting between me, Sunday Onuoha, and the CAN chairman Abia State and the PFN president, Bishop Elekwa.
Okay.
Sunday Onuoha told me that Student Union, IPOB, Christian body, CAN, everybody has adopted him. We held a meeting. I said, this is a young political party. If this party must grow, we have some certain things we have to do. He promised to do everything in presence of CAN president,
would you
chairman.
mind sharing those things he promised to do?
He didn't do anyone. As I speak to you, whether it's Sunday or not, he's going for election in Abia State. We don't know. Today you see him, if he's not running to Okezi Pazo for consultation, he's running to Ojikalo for consultation. The question is this: Okezi Pazo has a candidate who is a PDP candidate. Are you going for consultation to do what, to beg him that you want to contest election? Are you going to Ojikalo to tell him that you're going to contest election? You cannot.
I feel even as the chairman of ADC in Abia State, you are also, you have a great relationship with the governor of Abia State.
Yes, I have a relationship with that governor of Abia State. But the relationship I have with Abia State government, am I going to confront Okezi Pazo or meet Okezi Pazo and say, please, I want you to, we are consulting, I want to go into election? It's supposed to be an opposition party.
Okay.
This is an opposition party. If you want to be an opposition, you be an opposition. If you want to play with the political party, the existing political party, or the ruling political party, you play with the ruling political party. But it is very, very dangerous for a man to hide in the name of God and begin to do evil. Let me warn.
Evil.
Let me warn. I didn't come here to miss word.
Norman, those are strong allegations live on radio to say that Bishop Sunday Onuoha is doing evil.
How can a man? I want to ask a question. How can a man forge a letter with the help of some of the our errant officers and say that the chairman of the party was suspended for embezzlement of party fund? And also, let me tell you, as I speak to you today,
you said you went to court. Did you take any other measure? Did you go to the police? What are you in court for? Is it slander? Is it
that case will come when it will come. No, I am not. I'll definitely go to court. The matter is in court already, but I will definitely go to court because I want to know the state fund that I embezzled. As I speak to you, they have written several petitions. He has sponsored several petitions against me with the DSS. He has sponsored against me and Emole with the Commissioner of Police. And in fact, they even invited me on a particular period. Even the DPU in charge of Onuoha CPS told me that he's the one behind all these things. That the boys told him. I asked him, why are you bent on destroying this man? To the point that they said that I take drugs. But it's not why I'm here. The reason I'm here is that I want to tell people that the dream of the ADC, which I represent, is not what is happening right now.
Okay.
It is not what is happening right now.
So your house is not together.
I have nothing to do with the candidacy of Bishop Sunday Onuoha. And I want to say that the ADC Abia State has nothing to do with his candidacy.
So who are you supporting for?
We are going to adopt when that time comes. Like I told you, I'm not here today to speak on what is going to happen tomorrow. When that time comes, of course, you will be part of the whole process because it is going to be a phase. But I want to tell you, I'm the ADC chairman. I want to say it on air here that I'm here now. And I want to say it point and clear that I can no longer guarantee the safety of the National Working Committee, dissolved National Working Committee of the ADC, because they are bent on destroying the party in ADC here. I cannot guarantee that I declare them personal non grata. I can't continue watching them a dissolved body come here to destroy the party that we spent our money and our lives to build. And I want to say that in any function I attend as ADC chairman, if anybody try to usurp it or usurp my duty as ADC chairman, of course there will be a consequence. Let me tell you, in a political party, don't forget, even if after quarrel, they used to fight. Aside quarreling, schism, sometimes you throw punches. It will help to reset some brain. There's this adage that says that
you don't mind going violent to.
It is not violent. It is called political settlement. If you fight with your brother in the same house, inside house, if you and your brother throw punches, does that stop both of you from being brothers? But sometimes it becomes necessary. Even in River State, it happened. You remember when Lloyd, even the House of Assemblies, they do it. In National Assembly, they do it. Sometimes it becomes very, very necessary. And the way things are going right now, it will become very, very necessary to settle some certain things. And that is the truth. Now let me tell you again. I'm interested in the politics of Abia State. I've paid my dues. You know me too well. I don't have anything to prove to anybody right now. I'm calling on CAN and PFN to just ask Bishop Onuoha to leave the ADC.
Okay.
That is just not the truth. Because it is simple. A man who is going for election, you are in Abia State. A man who is going for election shouldn't be pushed. You should have your billboards, you have your posters, good consultations.
You feel he's not motivated or passionate about running for office?
He is not running. His actions shown that he's not running. So even a vote for him is a waste. Now, if you say that you are tired of the PDP government, and people say they are tired of the PDP government, other people say they are tired of it, and they want change. Now, you that claim to be a man of God, why will you take up a ticket and try to suppress the wish of the people? If you want to be a PDP man, you be a PDP man.
Well, I had thought that you were interested in a political office. You know, I'm surprised that you became the state chairman of ADC because at some point posters of yours got in for the position of House of Reps in Iguano surfaced on the streets of Onuoha, and you know it had a beautiful image of you with your two fingers up in the air, you know, all over the streets, and you know, suddenly we hear that you're the state chairman. You know, you had a March state chairman. What happened to that political ambition? Anyway,
that was one of the agreement reached before I accepted to become the ADC chairman.
Okay,
I wanted to. My intention. I've been in Abia State, you know, for a year now. For 1 year, I've never left the state for a good 1 year because of this political ambition.
Okay,
I actually wanted to, but I stepped down for Obinna, which has become a very big mistake right now. And I will tell you the reason why I said that stepping down for Obinna was a mistake that shouldn't have happened.
One of the youngest aspirants now.
I will treat that issue.
Okay.
I will treat that issue, and I'm going to treat it to the best wording proportion. But let me quickly say something. I'm from Onuoha North.
Okay.
And Iguano, Onuoha North South are my constituency. And I want to say that the level of representation in here has been awful. Now, the reason I wanted to go into that election was because of the mess that we suffered for 8 years in the hands of Simon Igbo. Of course, we needed a change. And when we say change, positive change, a man who will go and speak for his people, I think I fit that shoe. Now, what I say is,
was it a better deal becoming the state chairman as regards, you know, pursuing your dreams? And
it wasn't a better deal. I think one of the mistakes I did was accepting to become the ADC chairman in the first place, because, and like I told you before, I never knew that my plans, my ideology, political ideology, is different from that of a national chairman. I wouldn't want to go to a party that compromises because of $20,000. I don't want to be a chairman of a particular party whose national chairman will come and sell the party in the state. I wouldn't want to do that.
Who did he sell it to?
Like I told you, I will leave this matter till next time.
Okay.
I'm going to come out. So let me quickly say what happened. So I decided to run for that election because of the positivity. Now the question is, who are the candidates there? Who will you now say that if you vote for Iguano as a House of Rep member that you have done well? I want to tell you, the representation in this place is poor. Let me give you an example of the State House of Assembly. The State House of Assembly received a sum of 340 million naira from the state government every month. That is about 4,080,000,000 or at 4.808 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, and in 4 years, that's amount to 16.3 billion naira. Now the question is, what has the House of Assembly members been able to achieve with that money, even under the leadership of Honorable Chinedu as the Speaker, except boreholes, spectator stands? What can we say? Can we turn around and say that our representatives in Abia, Onuoha North, Onuoha South, and Iguano has actually done well? The answer is capital no. So, like I said, that stepping down for Obinna is a very big mistake. It's a regret, but I will solve it.
So he doesn't have your support.
he doesn't have my support. He doesn't have my support because let me tell you, if you fail in a small thing, definitely you fail in a big thing. You can even see our candidates adopting P2B. That's pure anti-party activities. Like one man that calls himself Abraham God's son. A party, a senate, a man that's supposed to be our senatorial candidate, adopting P2B and even coming on air to mock our presidential candidate, Jumebi Kachuku. It's an aberration. It's not supposed to be. You can even saw the posters of Obinna also, Obinna also with P2B. Now the question is this: Labour Party has Dalo as a senatorial candidate. And then here, Labour Party has what do you call him, Agota, as their House of Rep candidate. Now the question is this: are you adopting them so that the Labour Party members will abandon their own candidates to vote for you? This is the aberration we are talking about. It is a slice, and I can never accept it. So the truth of the matter is,
are there any candidates? Are there members of your party who are candidates who have your support?
Yes, and I have those like Okwa East.
Okay.
Uchenna is definitely going to win election. He is doing the right thing, and he has our support. We are going to take our branded buses there and campaign seriously for him. Then Onuoha South, we have Chinwe Ngobane. She's also doing very, very well. Then Reverend Amalambu, the camp secretary that is going for, I think, Onuoha Central, is also a candidate that I hold dear in my heart. Then we have Obinna. We have Obinna, Kanayo Obinna, Michael, from contesting for House of Assembly at Abia South. And Chiama Capital, she was supposed to be a placeholder, but because of some certain reasons, we never got a candidate to replace her. So she is actually going for that election. So these are the people we are throwing our hearts. Like I told you, I'm going to campaign vigorously for those ones. And because the truth of the matter is that if you're a member of a political party, you should be able to respect the political party and the leadership. You cannot say you're a member of the ADC and you adopted people to be posted it. You made a poster.
That's an offense, an anti-party activity.
Yes, it's an anti-party activity. It's not acceptable.
What's the punishment for a member who does that?
I'm not going to preempt myself. I'm going to call a world press conference that will involve all the whole media houses in Nigeria. Arise Television will be here. All AIT, you people will come here. It's going to be a massive one. It's going to be a massive press conference, and that is when ADC leadership in Abia State will begin to take some certain decisions. A lot has happened in the ADC, and I want to say that anytime that there's a need for God to, rebuke some people, He send them to me. Be rest assured, because I'm a very straightforward human being. I will never trade Abia people's votes. We are not in support of Onuoha Sunday. He has his different plans, what he wants to achieve with the ADC, and I'm saying that since he's not contesting election, he shouldn't destroy the vote of those who are going for the election. He shouldn't do that, and without the support of the ADC in Abia State, I want to tell you can't even gather 200 votes. You can take it to the bank.
We'll take a moment, and when we return, we'll look at the chances of the opposition in the forthcoming elections, and of course, still to come, more conversations will happen right here in the studios of Rapid 96.5 on the frequency modulator band. It is The Standpoint, and of course, Obinna Don Norman, who is the state chairman of the Africa Democratic Congress, is live in the studio.
Standpoint. The center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM, Umuahia.
More Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian.
Glad to know you're still tuning to Rapid 96.5 FM. The program is The Standpoint. And of course, we've been speaking with Obinna Don Norman, the state chairman, ADC, Abia State. And of course, he's been talking about his purported suspension. He's talked about the relationship he's had with Bishop Sunday Onuoha And suffice to say, if I asked you, Don Norman, your relationship with Sunday Onuoha has gone sour, or you never had a relationship with him?
It is not about a personal relationship. Like I told you, it's about the interest of the Abia masses. It's about the political party. Now, if you cannot manage a political party as small as ADC, how are you going to convince Abias that you will be a governor, a better governor, that you will not destroy the Abia state given to you?
You make it sound like he's the one running the show.
Like I'm telling you that I said everything that happened to ADC is Bishop Onuoha Sunday orchestrated them. I have been shouting, saying it because before he came into the ADC, the party was strong. In fact, where I left the party, at a stage, people started seeing ADC as a party that can actually contest this election and win it. Now, all of a sudden, you became the Guba candidate. The party died a natural death. You don't hear about the party. You don't do anything with the party. You are destroying the structure of the party. You created division among the members of the party. You go to them, call the set of people and lie to them. You give Obinna the Norman 10 million naira. You give Obinna the Norman 20. Whereas you have never given me a dime.
Did Abia not endorse Bishop Sunday Onuoha as a consensus candidate for the governorship elections?
No, I'm not a mediocre. The truth of the matter is this. Even that's I think Uduma Nantabi.
Yes.
That's a pro group. And the question is a pro group. Who are the people there? We are in Abia State now. We are stakeholders in this political dispensation. Who are the stakeholders? Who is Sunday? Who is that man, Uduma? The truth of the matter is that in an era like this, people will always come to say we adopt you because of want to take money. Abia North has spoken. Before this time, I had a meeting with DIG Oda in his residence in Abia, and our discussion is what I'm going to say here. The truth of the matter is that endorsement or no endorsement, you can take this to the bank that Onuoha will not sell up to 500 votes. You can take it to the bank. It's not about endorsement. How do you endorse a candidate? What is his manifesto? What is he doing?
So basically, ADC doesn't stand a chance in the Gubo elections.
But I shouldn't be asking you. In all political debates in Abia State, all Guba political debates in Abia State, have you seen in a particular one that where Sunday Onuoha was mentioned? Even in all permutations, is he part of what is happening? He is not. Let me tell you, I know what he's planning to do. He's planning to trade the ticket and say, I will step down for you. I am saying it on air now. No Guba candidate should ever take him seriously. He's not a threat to anybody. He's not going to. Even if he steps down for you and you give him, that is your business. Because the truth of the matter is that he is not going to win. As simple as that, because he's not even contesting. So you have to contest first before you win, right?
So who do you think, is there any particular candidate who you think stands a chance the most, to win the Gubo elections?
I wouldn't want to say that, because if you look at it, the campaign has been slow.
Yeah.
So I think the everything will take shape, probably December and January. But the truth is that the PDP candidate will always be a candidate to beat.
Okay.
Of course, because he is the legatee of the sitting governor.
So what are the chances of the opposition?
If I want to have an honest assessment of the opposition chances in Abia State now, of course, it could be my own opinion, but I want to say that there is no way the opposition in Abia State will go to this election the way they are now, divided the way they are now, and
the way you do your hands sounds like a formation of something.
They are divided. They are divided. If actually they are ready to take the Abia State government house from the PDP, I think you have to look at a consensus candidate.
Okay.
Now the question is who among them is ready to step down when you have these big men vying for the same position? Are you going to ask the APC Guba candidates? Are you going to ask the Labour Guba candidates or the YPP Guba candidate to step down for a particular one? Who is that particular person going to embrace as their consensus candidate? So it's going to be a very tight one. But like now, unless the person is a seer, nobody will be able to predict what is going to happen in 2023, because even if you predict, you should also know that prediction is prediction. It cannot lead to exactitude, or it might not lead to exactitude. So that is, I think it is still open, but from December and January we'll have a clear picture of, and I can come back here and say this is who is going to be the next governor of Abia State and that will be happening. And I want to also tell you that our candidate is not part of it at all. So because he has never formed any political, he has never been part of any political discussion in Abia State, and he will never be. So it's so sad because when you look at the way I speak, you know that I speak with pain.
Yeah,
not because
probably because you're a journalist.
Yes, not even because not even because of his candidacy, but because of the dream, the plan we had for Abia State. And let me say it. I've said that this thing before, that nobody ADC candidate will win election in Abia